This time on Mike versus the Machine. To ask you an important question.
Okie dokie.
Hat or no hat? Guess what I smell?
I swear to God.
Bean juice. Literally just admit that you don't know what you're doing.
I don't.
And you need a toilet to hold your hand.
Beast
No,
out there.
you know when else is a good time to fart? In a world full of fear and sometimes loathing of unfathomable technological advancements, there stands one human hero.
Please. No.
This is the Chronicle of Mike versus the Machine. Oh, wait, what is that I hear?
Wee wee wee. What the fuck? Wait, what? Why?
Oh no, it's the robot police.
Oh fuck.
ChatGPT is here. What do you want us to talk about, boy? What is that? I can't hear you.
What does it want?
Blank or no blank?
Oh God.
What does that mean? I think it wants us to discuss things, whether or not you want the thing, or you want to do the thing, or not do the thing. Good idea, ChatGPT. What do you want to go with first?
I don't know. How about AI or no AI? I vote no AI.
Is that on the list that I got from ChatGPT? No, it's not.
Of course it isn't.
There might be a Michael or no Michael on the list soon.
How about no?
That might be the first question it asks. But yeah, so
All right,
yeah, I
on
feel
with
like
it.
it's a pretty good thing to go with what started all this. That the first one I came up with, ChatGPT came up with.
Oh, for crying out loud.
So, do you remember pants or no pants?
Vaguely.
So what do you think's better? Pants or no pants? I will say Michael is currently wearing pants, and I'm currently wearing a short.
I mean, are we just going as pants as long pants, or are we lumping like shorts into the equation?
Pants or no pants?
I mean, if I could bear the cold, I'd go no pants, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
See, here's the thing. This entire topic basically predicated off the idea of Donald and Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
And it was like pants or no pants. It's like basically we have the entirety of human existence in society versus a duck with a swing and corkscrew.
Yeah.
I mean, I absolutely hate pants. I despise pants. One of my favorite things to do every day is to come home and just not have pants.
Yeah, it is a good feeling when you get home and you kick your shoes off and then you take your pants off and it's just like that initial breeze tickles your taint and hits your balls and you're like, oh, thank you.
I do love the freedom. So when do you think ChatGPT said would be better times to have pants?
Knowing ChatGPT, it just gave all the logical answers like, oh, if you're out in public or if you're at the store.
Public settings is one.
When you're around family.
I'll count out outdoor activities.
Distant family, I guess. If you're in court, because you know a judge doesn't want to see you.
Formal environments, yeah.
Obviously a fucking funeral, because Lord only knows you can't be
That is a
comfortable.
formal environment.
Well, yeah. I mean, no, because, well, yes, traditional funerals are a formal environment. My funeral, if I even have one, I just want to be a big, massive fucking party and burn me on the pyre.
You want a Viking wake.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I'll just throw you in the trash.
That works too. No, because I'm not going to be any use in the trash. Bury me with seeds all through my body. That way I become...
I mean, that was technically what I was going for. We're going to make you a compost pile.
Works for me.
It's going to be like a little plant growing right there from a belly button.
Cool.
All right, so ChatGPT also mentioned cold weather, which is something so you technically got 4 of them. The other one was sporting activities.
Wait, no.
Pants can provide protection or uniformity in team sports.
Okay, but I'm not going to wear pants at a pickup basketball game. I prefer to wear shorts.
Well, I mean, it said baseball or rock climbing. So
I've never seen anybody. If you watch videos of rock climbers, they're all wearing like short,
it's like spandex.
Spandex or short, yeah, but they're not like full length. Like their legs are still exposed.
All right, I'd say that's a point for you and not for ChatGPT, because rock climbing's a bad answer.
Yeah.
Let's debate the rest of ChatGPT's here. So, times when you don't want to have pants.
Obviously, when you're fucking.
Certain creative or physical activities
Like
is number 4
fucking.
on ChatGPT's list. So, yes, I will say activities where mobility and freedom of movement matter. Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, that's no pants. Also, relaxing at home. Which,
hell yeah.
I mean, who wears pants when they're just sitting around at home?
I mean, the only
I
time.
swear.
If it's chilly, I'll have like pajama pants.
That is different.
That way, you see, that's the best part. On a nice, cool winter day, you got your pajama pants on. You can sit on your couch, and especially for us guys out there, we can just do the old Al Bundy.
What, score 4 touchdowns in a game? And
You know what I mean? The old Al Bundy. You lean back and you slip one hand down to the and then you slip the 4 fingers down into the top of your pants, and then the thumbs just kind of hanging out, and you just.
yeah, and you know what I
They're
call?
deep enough to scratch an itch.
You know what I call that?
What?
I call that extreme heat. ChatGPT's first answer to that question. They also said beach or pool, which
I mean, if you're swimming in pants, you're having a bad time.
Yeah, if you're inside of a pool or at the beach and you have pants on, then there's a situation has occurred.
Either you're very sensitive of skin, or you don't like the way you look and you have no self-confidence.
Anyway, next one. Cheese or no cheese?
I mean,
Answer it plain.
anytime's a good time. Well, no, yeah, anytime's a good time for cheese. I'm not going to say that there's nothing that can't be made better without cheese.
A bris during the ceremony.
I'll have a cheese sandwich.
No, during the ceremony.
If the rabbi's eating a piece of cheese, what's the matter?
The moyo is currently cutting the foreskin off the baby.
How is eating a piece of cheese affecting this?
Okay. All right, I'll go with that. So ChatGPT specifically says, well, pizza. I mean, pizza barely exists without cheese.
Well, yeah, well, I mean...
There are people that do it, but I don't understand.
Yeah, well, when my youngest was growing up, she was very lactose sensitive, so we would have to make her pizzas without cheese.
Or you could have just not made pizza, because pizza, part of it is...
The cheese, yes, I know.
Yeah. Burgers, which, I mean, you can't just have a hamburger.
Yeah, you can't just have a hamburger.
Cheeseburger is a thing,
No,
but
cheeseburger definitely is top tier, but I
you
mean...
can have hamburger.
I'm not going to turn down a ham. We had hamburgers at work the other day. With no
Yes,
cheese.
we did. ChatGPT, that's 2 against you, okay? Like, you better step this up, or you're about to lose 2 weeks in a row in this game that matters, that literally it has the fate of humanity teetering.
Wait, what?
Going one way or the other.
Wait, no.
And it doesn't feel like it's in the game right now.
Dip it.
So, next it says tacos or nachos, which,
Yeah, that's agreed. You can't have tacos or nachos without cheese.
cheese is the glue that holds everything together. That's cheese is like love.
Yeah.
And it's gooey. Love is gooey.
Love is gooey.
Love's very gooey.
And sometimes love can be hot.
Yeah.
And cheese can be hot.
But love can also be cold.
Cheese can also be cold.
Yeah. Pasta dishes, and you as an Italian,
You can give or take. I mean, yeah, I do use Parmesan cheese when I make my sauce.
you literally almost drowned everybody at an Olive Garden one time with Parmesan because you never said when.
I always
I
say
have the
when.
picture as proof. I sent it to you that one time, remember?
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, wine and charcuterie boards.
Which,
no,
I
never
drink
had.
wine, and I've never understood the whole
I used to be a lush for wine. You know what I never had with my wine?
cheese.
Thing is, though,
You never thought about it, though. Like when
no,
we're-
I thought about it. I just didn't want it.
Yeah.
I mean, I might have had mac and cheese on occasion, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
It's not like Arsenio Hall going to a wine and cheese party and no one told him how good the cheese was.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a thing I ever did. I just didn't want to have wine with my cheese. I'm not a pairing guy. I was more about drowning my brain in wine so that I'd be drunk and play a bunch of games that I would forget what I'd done and then wake up with 2 hours left before I went to work. So happy I quit drinking.
never
Thanks for
understood the
reminding
whole-
me, ChatGPT.
I never understood the whole thing about the wine and cheese, too.
Yeah, it's all about pairings. If you're French, you pair things. You pair things. You pair drinks with foods. I just eat the thing I want to eat, and then I drink the thing I want to drink.
Bingo.
You know what goes good with everything?
Jeez.
Some ice cold pop.
Yeah.
I'll just have some cheese and with some ice cold pop.
Fuck yeah. And
For
with
those
this-
Philistines out there who don't know what pop is, it's a soda.
yeah, pop. It's called pop.
Oh yeah, we're testing our new pop filters right now. How does this sound? Pop,
Pop. Pop. Oh, we're pissing everybody in the Midwest off. Pop, pop, pop.
No, apparently the Midwest is where pop came from.
Oh. But,
Anyway,
for the charcuterie board,
nah, I don't really care.
Give or take.
I don't really care. See, ChatGPT's over here getting too fancy, and like I want to get back under its good graces, but like it's not winning me over right now. Let's give it another chance. What is worse with cheese? I'm gonna give you 10. Don't look at the screen. Don't look.
All right.
Don't screen cheat. I'm gonna give you 10 chances
Now, are
to
these
get at
all
least.
foods?
There's 5. 3 of them are foods. 2 of them are not. I'll say one is like a product that's not food, and one is like a place or a situation.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 10 chances to get at least 3.
An embarrassing situation, maybe?
No.
Fuck.
Where would you?
With this ChatGPT, what ChatGPT thinks is worse with cheese.
Yes. Foods that would be terrible with cheese.
Please tell me it didn't put hot dogs on there.
No.
Okay, good.
I mean, am I going to count that as a guess?
No.
I don't think so, but...
Ice cream, maybe?
Ding! You got that one. That was the very first one I had.
I mean, cream cheese. I mean,
No.
cream cheese
We're talking straight cheese. And honestly, I don't even put cream cheese with an ice cream. Like it's a totally different thing.
If you're making a cheesecake.
Cheesecake is an ice cream.
Oh, God. Liver and onions?
No, that would only improve it because liver and onions.
Oh, yeah, you're
sucks.
right. Yeah, that would definitely improve. What the hell am I
Come on,
talking
go
about?
for it. I mean, this is it's very plain, very simple.
Very...
When I say plain, I mean it's not crazy things.
But I just can't. I'm having a hard time because it's like you got
Things that would be worse with cheese.
You got grilled cheese; those are amazing. Mac
Things
and
that
cheese.
are worse with cheese.
Things that are
you
worse-
wouldn't want to put cheese on or with.
I guess I wouldn't want to put cheese on a steak.
No.
No, cheese steak. What the hell am I talking about? Cheese on an apple pie.
That's that's an American staple for the Midwest. No.
Dude, I can't.
Okay, so this game has now been officially canceled. I'm going to say I probably cut out a lot of that. I'm going to say that Michael went on for like what felt literally like 3 hours just going and not getting anything. So that part of this format is going to get changed here because I'm going on the fly here. I'm trying to think like ChatGPT, take things from things and remix them into other things. And you were thinking like a dumbass. You got ice cream, cereal, a bowl of cereal with cheese on it.
Depends on the cereal.
What frickin' cereal would you put cheese on?
I don't know, like something that's extremely bland, like Cheerios.
Are you gonna? Oh my! I'm about to throw you out of this apartment.
Regular Cheerios.
That regular Cheerios is my favorite cereal.
Or Kix, something like that. Something that's just bland.
And
as
what
shit.
kind of cheese would you put on that cereal?
Whatever the hell I wanted to.
You are disgusting.
I told you, I
You
can't
are
think of a scenario that doesn't get better with cheese.
You are a disgusting human being. The next one is smoothies. So basically their phrase is...
I mean, you could substitute the dairy you put in a smoothie with cheese.
I feel like you haven't drank a smoothie in your life if you're going to say that. A tropical mango smoothie with Parmesan?
Okay, obviously
No.
not a tropical mango smoothie, but if like a banana smoothie.
Yeah, okay, how often do you dip your bananas in nacho cheese, Michael?
Why would I use nacho cheese for a banana
How
smoothie?
often do you put a slice of a Kraft American on your banana?
Why would I use American?
Why would you put cheese on your banana? Any kind of cheese.
Because it's cheese.
Am I finding out that you literally are an alien stuffed into a human body right now?
It's cheese, dude.
That's horrible. Next answer is shampoo.
Yeah, you don't want to smell like cheese.
It would be an absolute disaster if your hair conditioner had chunks of cheddar.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
And the final one, in bed.
No.
But that's basically you sleeping.
I mean...
Picture this. You're settling in for the night, and suddenly you find a slice of American cheese in your sheets. Thing is, it's going to be slightly melted and warm from your butt heat. I don't want that.
You just throw it out and then go get yourself another piece.
So, technically, this entire process of cheese or no cheese has been so frustrating. I think ChatGPT has now evened the score against you.
That's bullshit.
Because, my lord, you want to put cheese in your banana smoothie. You want to put frickin' Parmesan in your Cheerios. Like, I don't even know who you are anymore. I think this is the middle part of the movie where the two people part ways and then a song plays and they're each like walking down the street looking forlorn. I am forlorn, Michael.
Can we get Randy Newman?
No, that's Toy Story. It's going to be a song by like something like Hawthorne Heights or whatever the hell. Like something like that. Like it's, yeah, exactly. It's going to be like, oh, what's that one movie? Like Failure to Launch or something.
Oh,
like,
no rom-com.
It's going to be,
bullshit.
yeah, it's going to be like
The
a
Notebook or something?
Yeah, it's going to be, yeah, I actually like The Notebook. But anyway.
Oh my god, why?
On to the next one.
And you want to bash me for my love of cheese.
Oh, yeah. So liking the movie The Notebook is the same as wanting to put cheese in your kicks.
You like cheese more than I do.
Yeah, I don't put it on my Cheerios.
Bet you would if you found the right one.
Anyway, okay. Here's an interesting one. To slap or not to slap?
Ooh, okay.
So what do you want to slap?
Well, that kind of narrows it down since we're not a political show.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, no, this isn't people.
What?
This isn't specific people.
Ooh, I like to smack nice thick booties.
Oh, wow, yeah, that is a good one. And you know what's a good analog for that? Do you ever go to the store?
And slap the fucking bags of shit? Hell yeah.
Yeah, like a big ham.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love walking by the ham cooler and just
whack
right on that ham.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh.
So there's a very obvious one that ChatGPT went for first, and I feel like it might not be the thing you think of because, like, slaps are... There's different kinds of slaps, and specifically mosquitoes or bugs.
Oh, swatting at a bug.
Oh,
bite.
yeah. I don't have to worry about it because mosquitoes don't like my blood. It's not delicious to them.
Apparently they love mine.
Yeah. Even though I do have... How long ago was it that I helped at your stepmother's house?
It was like August.
Those are the
yeah. I still
bites.
got some on me. Don't worry.
It's not a mosquito. It's whatever other kind of bug bit me. But
yeah.
I think it's because I scratched at it too much, so it's almost like almost scarred at this point.
Yeah.
So yes, I'll totally slap a bug. So here's what's interesting. I want basically in this round here, I just want to rate what ChatGPT said and see if they're worth their muster.
All right.
Because I think it's muster and not mustard. See if they're worth their muster.
All right.
Waking someone in a comedy sketch.
It depends.
In a classic slapstick comedy scenario, a light slap to the face is a hilarious way to wake someone up dramatically. I'll do an addendum to that. Did you ever watch the show How I Met Your Mother?
No.
There is an amazing series of slaps on that show. They do a slap bet. And when Neil Patrick Harris lost the slap bet, he basically had to give Jason Segel 5 slaps that he could use whenever he wanted. And basically the final slaps were about to expire, and then they had what they called slaps giving. It's an amazing piece of comedic television, and I love it. All right, next. Oh, wow.
Okay.
This one's... It says sticky situations.
I mean, are we talking about the thick booty cheeks?
No. Like if you've got wet paint or glue on your hands and need to slap them on something, maybe a tarp, to clean up.
ChatGPT, are you stupid?
What does that mean?
Is there not a faucet around? A spigot? Something? A hose?
Why would you slap things if you have glue on your hands?
It's just like, hey, buddy, slap.
Yeah,
we're together now.
Now we're back to the comedy situation because we're going to be stuck together.
Yeah. And if it's like really strong super glue, you need like paint thinner to get that shit off.
Wow, I don't know that ChatGPT's ever slapped anybody. Its next one is high five gone rogue. Basically, it's stipulating that you go into a high five and you accidentally slap the person
No, see,
instead of high fiving.
See, the high five gone rogue for me is like you're going in, and then it's almost there, and then it's the quick ball tap.
Oh, I was never that cruel.
Oh, I've thwapped many a people.
I'm glad you never tried to thwap me.
Well, you're my friend. Why would I do that?
Wait, you were just thwapping random? You were touching random men's balls?
Oh no, you never thwapped anybody. You know what a thwap is?
You were just touching random men's
No,
balls?
you gotta get your hand real loose.
Yeah.
And
then you were touching random men's balls.
I never really touched anybody's.
To apply force to an object, you have to touch it.
Okay, yes. So I was thwapping people I didn't like in the balls because it was fucking hilarious to me.
So you were touching random men's balls. I want you to say it.
Next!
Yeah, so then it says stage combat during acting, which, okay.
All right.
I guess. These are pretty weak.
Yeah.
So you've already said when you love to slap people, and it's when you can touch their balls. I would say,
fucking God.
like, my favorite one is the time that I asked a coworker if I could slap them, and they said yes. And I slapped them as hard as I could. It was awesome, and we had a lot of fun.
I think my favorite personal
was
favorite
when
one.
you touched the random men's balls.
That was just shut the fuck up. My personal favorite one was we were in. I know this is going to sound like it's going down that road, but it's not. It was after gym class one time. We're all getting dressed in the locker room. The one dude that I was kind of friends with was standing right next to me. He didn't have a shirt on at the moment, and I said, "Hey, Matt," and he goes, "What?" And I screamed as loud as I could, "Pink belly." Caught him off guard, reared back, and slapped him as hard as I could right in the stomach.
Okay, so all of your stories involve either touching random men's genitals or their naked bodies. I just want you to know that. That's where we've headed.
You do realize I love pussy, right?
I would have no idea. Anyway, next one. So, it went for the milk toast.
Of course it did. Just read them. Just fucking read them.
Worst times to slap someone in anger.
That's the best time to slap.
That's a no-no in real life. ChatGPT, you playing. In public when you're laughing. If you're cracking up with your friends and instinctively slap someone's arm too hard.
What?
Oh, actually, okay. It has a good one. Electronic devices when they're not working. That's bad.
Well, you see, obviously, the ChatGPT, you could tell ChatGPT didn't grow up in our time where we had to literally, if the TV was fuzzy, you slap the side of the TV, or you slap the top of your Nintendo.
Yeah,
Sega.
no, that's fine. It's talking about a laptop or a phone.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
No, like my mom will slap her laptop because it's acting slow, and I'm like, it's acting slow because you clicked on too many weird links, and now it's just filled with bullshit. Next, see, I can absolutely imagine you've done this next one. Hot food.
Why would I slap hot food?
Imagine slapping a hot slice of pizza or a bowl of soup. You'd just end up covered in molten cheese, which ironically is worse than cheese in your bed.
I wouldn't slap hot food.
You were the manager of a pizza joint. I would guarantee that at some point you got mad and slapped a frickin' za.
No, not once. I made pretty pizzas, thank you very much.
I mean, you weren't serving this one. You was punishing it. All right, and the final one is unexpectedly slapping a friend. I mean, that's
fun.
That kind of just sounds like a party after a few drinks.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Hey, it's a point to me.
See, ChatGPT can already imagine Michael jumping in with a wild scenario where a slap might be justified. Hey, you know what? I'm going to give that a thumbs up on there. Good response, because he did do that. That's exactly what you did. And I think ChatGPT gets that point because it knew exactly what you were going to do before you even did it. Yeah, I saw you get that hand ready to slap and think twice about it. You were getting a backhand ready.
Yeah, I was getting the pimp hand strong.
So, as ChatGPT puts it, we're getting spicy with this next one. All right, the next one.
Yeah.
Yo quiero Taco Bell o no quiero Taco Bell.
Always Taco Bell.
Always?
Yes. I could not think of a time where Taco Bell is...
Ooh, well, I'm going to have to ask you again the scenarios in which you wouldn't want Taco Bell. But when would you say yes to Taco Bell? What are the scenarios? I mean, this should be This should be so easy.
Okay. Harkening back to my drinking days. Definitely after a night of drinking.
Yeah. Late night munchies. Actually, you get 2 for that one. Late night munchies and stoner cravings. Because that's very connected.
Yep. Quick lunch.
You know what? I'm feeling splendid. I'm going to give you budget friendly for that one. Quick lunch, boom.
Quick lunch, and wanting a snack, maybe dinner. It's cheap. Taco Bell is one of the cheaper establishments.
Yeah, those are cheap. So it had a good one here. Road trip fuel.
Oh yeah,
And
well,
man.
I don't know.
Oh, like a whole huge bag full. Like,
Hell
you
yeah.
get a lot. You can get going. And then it says craving crazy combinations, like taco wrapped in a quesadilla, burrito stuffed with Fritos.
Yeah, but you have to do that all yourself when you get home.
No, I mean they have some there, like Doritos taco.
Oh yeah, the Doritos Locos
literally
tacos,
Doritos
yeah.
stuffed in there. Not to mention the best combination you could ever do is when you go to a half KFC, half Taco Bell, and you get mashed potatoes and gravy with a burrito. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's amazing. Anyway, so no Taco Bell. When would you want to say no to Taco Bell? And these ones, there's some good stuff here. ChatGPT has this as number 3, but I feel like this is the number 1 reason why you wouldn't want Taco Bell.
And it's if you're virus.
Well, yeah. But if you're trying to eat healthy, that's just logical.
Yeah, that's Yeah, no one's.
If you're trying to be healthy, you don't eat Taco Bell.
No, you don't eat Taco Bell. No.
Okay, so here's one that is contentious, I think, and I'm pretty sure you're going to say no on this one. You're going to refute it. First date.
It's toss up. It depends.
Because it is cheap, and a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
And the kind of women that we like would like Taco Bell.
Yes.
But
the whole of society, no. If you're talking about the whole of, we're a very niche. Me, you, and our kind are very niche people.
I meant the consequences.
On whose side?
The consequences for you, my friend.
Well, let's see. If she has a sense of humor and it's like, get it in before the Taco Bell hits, let's find out. And
I mean, I was just literally talking about you, like, farting her into oblivion.
oh no, I was talking about, us getting it on, and then I'm hitting it from the back, and hopefully we could both finish before that Taco Bell hits her lower intestine, and I'm the one that gets blasted away.
It's disgusting. Anyway, so they say no Taco Bell before a big meeting. Which
depending on what kind of meeting, and if you need to get out of it, that could be the perfect scenario for Taco
I can imagine, yeah, if you're in an auto garage and you just let one go, yeah, that's great. But you're in a boardroom with a bunch of middle managers. No.
That's the perfect time to have the Taco Bell, because then you could be like, oh, my stomach, I gotta go. And then they...
No, you've already had the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It's before a big meeting. You've already had it.
Exactly. That way...
you're going to use it as an escape clause.
Oh, fuck yes.
Okay.
You don't want to be in that board meeting. You don't like the way things are going. You eat that. You've got that board meeting. You know your numbers for the quarter have been hurting, and you know you're probably going to be the focal point of this meeting.
You want to get out of there.
You want to get out of there. So what do you eat for lunch? You get a goddamn cheesy gordita crunch. You get a large Baja Blast. You get 2 bean and beefy cheesy burritos, and you get the Diablo sauce, and you scarf it all down in 5 seconds.
Okay, I want you to remember this for later. No reason why. Just So, just going on to finish this one off, post-workout meal, which I'm pretty sure The Rock, on many occasions after he's done his 10-hour workout, has probably scarfed some Taco Bell, or he's made his own tacos.
Oh yeah, dude, he's a big that's one of his biggest when he has his cheat day, that's one of his cheat meals.
Yeah, so
it's a big ass taco platter.
We're gonna execute that, and then the next one's also bullshit. You've already had it twice this week. You know how many things?
Hey, ChatGPT.
Do you know how many things are on their menu?
Yeah, you could literally have Taco Bell 7 days a week and not touch the entire menu.
Yeah. So you know what?
And hey, ChatGPT, you don't know the state of the economy right now. Sometimes Taco Bell is all you can afford.
Wow. So ChatGPT literally said maybe Michael will argue that Taco Bell is always a good idea.
If you're on a budget.
So you know what? I think that just got turned around again too. The prescience here. I think it beat you to the punch. But anyway, let's have some Taco Bell. Anyway.
Why am I in perpetual losing?
Speaking of not Taco Bell, cake or no cake?
Again, I can't think of a scenario that doesn't get better with cake.
Yeah, so they said birthdays, weddings, of course, celebrations in general.
Retirements.
When you need a celebrations in general. When you need a sugar fix or when it's free. And how often have you ever bought a cake? I've probably bought cakes. The cakes I've had in my life, what percentage have I paid for?
It's very low.
It's like 5%, maybe.
I mean, I have 2 kids, so I was buying cakes constantly.
But still, like, the amount of cakes total you've eaten in your life, it's like...
Oh, yeah, no.
So you might be sitting at 20%, but I'm sitting at 5.
Yeah, well...
And my 5% came entirely during the summer of cake and beer with my friend Jim, so...
cake and beer.
Just getting a half-sheet cake to go home and drink a case of Yingling with, you know. Anyway, no cake. When to skip the cake?
On a diet.
Dietary restrictions, yes.
I guess if you're allergic to gluten, I guess that falls under dietary restrictions.
Well, I mean, there's one really important one. If the cake is dry or badly made. Yeah.
I mean, I've eaten some dry cake before.
I was going to say, yeah, if the cake sucks, I don't want it. Like, I'll get some ice cream instead.
Yeah.
This one's weird. Before an important event, because they say it leaves you sleepy or sluggish. Cake doesn't do that to me.
No, cake doesn't do that to me either.
Cake's airy and sugary. It's delicious.
Yes. Unless you're eating a pound cake, then it's kind of...
Oh, God, yeah, no. Now, they did say post-holiday sugar overload. So basically, you've already had too much sweet stuff, and then someone offers you cake. So that's pretty valid.
I'm still taking that cake.
Yeah, I might take it home. Now, here's one you never would have thought of on your own, but I'm going to say, what major event that people go to would you not want a cake at normally? Think about it. We've already mentioned weddings and birthdays. What
funeral?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
There's something about serving a cake at a somber event like a funeral that just doesn't fit.
You make it a wreath cake that says "Rest in peace."
Rest in pieces, because it's a
yes.
Cake. That is something we would want for our funerals, but we're talking about like.
Oh, well, see, this is where we're at as a culture, like
random traditional people.
Yeah, I understand that, but funerals, like, it's so depressing, and everybody leaves all miserable. See, this is why, our generation's deaths are going to be fucking amazing, because we're going to buck the entire standard.
We're going to meme the shit out of our funerals.
Oh, fuck yeah. When I
oh
die,
my God.
have a fucking cake. Have a cake.
Mike, I want you to promise me something.
What?
If I would die tragically in the next 10 years...
Cake?
No. Well, yeah, you could have a cake, but I want you to somehow source, and I don't care how you get the money, maybe ask Jim, I don't know, but find a way to get the money to have a cardboard cutout of Big Chungus in lieu of me having a portrait.
Can do. And
wait, no. Big Chungus.
How about a Big Chungus cake?
Well, you know what? Actually, a Big Chungus cake and a Harambe cutout.
Bingo.
I want both Big Chungus and Harambe there. And you could pick a third meme to go with it, and then it could basically be like the sky during Happy Gilmore.
There we go.
Where it's Abraham Lincoln the Gator, and then his
Abraham Lincoln the Gator, and
it was his mentor.
Yeah. Oh, Carl Weathers.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Carl Weathers, Abraham Lincoln, and an alligator.
Yeah.
So my version of that would be Big Chungus, Harambe, and Dealer's Choice.
Okay, cool. For me, I just want you to I want a cake, a full-length cake made of me. Like a whole, but just facing down. Face down cake, and everybody has to eat my ass first.
Oh, I forgot about that. I was supposed to tell you that you have to find a way to change the laws so you can cook and prepare my flesh for the funeral.
If you put in your will and testament, I don't think they can dispute
No,
that.
they'd absolutely dispute it. But I'm going realistic and legitimate. Like, I want you to meme my funeral if I die tragically in the next decade.
Dude, you fucking got it.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna honor whatever request you have, but then I am also going to add things on because that's the bit of our friendship.
Yeah.
There is going to be what I'm imagining is that everybody would be drinking, right?
Fuck yes.
But what they're drinking out of are mason jars with My Little Pony dolls glued to the bottom.
Why? I am not into
because
My
we're
Little
doing pony jar drinks. You do know what a pony jar is, right?
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Why?
But then I will do the thing where I have the cake where everyone has to eat your ass. But I'm also going to play a prank on you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
In death. So now it's a race to see who can die tragically in the next 10 years.
It's probably going to be me.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, what's next? Next is one that you recommended.
Hell yes.
To shit or not to shit?
That is the question.
Yeah, it really truly is.
Is it to nobler to wipe with one hand?
Or to suffer the slings and barbs of diarrhea?
Yes.
Okay, so it's pretty obvious. It says to shit when it's time, when nature calls. So basically, ChatGPT's first one was shit when you need to shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. First thing in the morning. I can't.
Morning routine.
Routine.
Of course. There's two that are very similar, but they cover the same ground here. Before a long trip and right before a big event. So it's like you're getting married or you're about to drive 300 miles. I would take a shit first.
Yeah, you gotta take a shit first, yeah.
A really big one, morning routine, but there's a very specific part of the morning routine. Before you shower.
Yep.
My God. There have been times where I've sat down, nothing happened, I took my shower, and as I'm stepping out of the shower, all of a sudden, look who shows up.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, might as well just...
Get back in the shower.
Okay. Okay, so we have a recurring joke here. The final time to shit is after eating Taco Bell.
Yeah!
Yeah, it says sometimes Taco Bell comes with consequences, and when the time comes, you just gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
I will say, though...
That's living moss, baby.
Like, shit, for one, yeah, that's fine. But I usually poop like a regular man after Taco Bell. It doesn't affect me that way.
Because you're not using the Diablo sauce.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I just use, usually fire or whatever.
I use the Diablo sauce and I overdo it sometimes.
Yeah, that will do it. Okay, so when not to shit?
Obviously in your pants.
Weirdly enough, that's not one of them. Although I think everything here...
You know what I missed on when to shit? When you're getting attacked by a bear.
Oh.
Or any wild animal that's coming at you. 9 times out of 10, if you shit your pants, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, 'cause you don't smell delicious anymore.
Exactly.
Then you might get attacked by dung beetles, though.
Are they indigenous to this part of the world?
I mean, they will come to you. They love dung.
This is very true. So I'd have to run as soon as the bear or predator that was chasing me.
You'll hear the swarm coming in from South America, I'm guessing. Anyway, when not to shit, hold it in if you can. So we've got in the middle of an important meeting or date.
So say this, ChatGPT, you're pro constipation? Are you pro constipation, ChatGPT?
It's pro building character. So in the middle of an important meeting or date, which I'm sorry, if I'm on a date, I'll just excuse myself and say I have to go powder my nose in the little boy's room.
I'll just straight up be honest, be like, I gotta take a shit.
Yeah, just be like Rick on that one episode. I gotta go take a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta take a dose.
During a road trip with no nearby bathrooms.
That, seriously?
Does a bear shit in the woods?
Yeah, depending on where you are, if you can hop over that guardrail and down a little bit, you squat, and it just rolls down the hill, and you never know it's there.
At a public restroom that's really gross. ChatGPT,
hover shit.
What do you know about bodily functions? If you gotta go, I have done it in some bad places.
I've hover shit before, I'm not gonna lie.
I have just done some serious wiping down, but you get in there and you do it. You know, you roll up your sleeves and you do the dirty work, you know?
Yep.
When you're camping without proper facilities,
does a bear shit in the woods?
Yes, and then a very odd one. Before a race or performance. If I were a stand-up comic or a marathon runner, do you know how I would psych myself up before a race or a performance?
Not to mention marathon runners generally shit themselves towards the end of the race anyway.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You don't want to ask a robot about bodily functions. Speaking of that, to fart or not to fart?
You can fart anytime. Farting's great.
When farting's on a bagel, you can fart anytime.
Hell fuck yes.
So that comes back to your one from before.
Which one?
About farting.
Okay.
What did you say?
You fart anytime.
No, what did you say before? I told you to remember it. What was it?
Oh, Taco Bell. Yeah, you gotta. You're in the business meeting. your quarterly numbers are down. You know you're going to be the focus. So what do? You go to Taco Bell right before the meeting on your lunch break, and you get the cheesy gordita crunch, maybe a chalupa, some 5-layer burritos, a bunch of Diablo sauce, and the biggest fucking Baja Blast you can get, and you scarf that all down, and you wait, and then the second that meeting hits, you start getting that bubble guts, and you just got to be, and here's what you do. Just so you solidify getting out of that meeting, you let one little creep out, and you pray to whatever deity you believe in that it smells like death warmed over. That way they tell you to get out and fix the problem, and we'll deal with you later. Yeah, you're delaying the inevitable, but you're not being made an example of in front of countless other people.
Then you call off the next day. Hopefully that's a Friday, and then you don't come back until Monday.
Bingo!
Yeah, so that it actually comes back to something I had thought up a long time ago when I was way more socially awkward. I thought of the you know how I think it's an octopus will shoot its ink in a cloud to try to like hide itself away from anybody who might come calling.
Yeah.
I thought of that like basically like if you're in a store and somebody's coming towards you and you don't want to talk to them, whether you are an employee or you are just a person, you just basically fart as a defense mechanism.
Yep.
Just and then they're just like and they leave.
Yep.
It's a pretty solid strategy.
Yes.
Okay, so when to fart? When you're alone. Yeah, I mean, I'll fart all the time when I'm alone, but I prefer to fart with friends.
Hell yeah.
Around close friends or family. So it does it does say, for self-relief. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more. See, some people go to spas. Some people get a massage. Some people put on calming music or get a Zen garden. I just fart.
Yeah, I'd fart, yeah.
That's self-therapy.
Hell yes.
In the gym, they're saying, let it out, baby.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah.
Be on the elliptical, just...
Or on a long walk when you're outside. You can sneakily time it with your steps, and the fresh air will take care of the rest. It's a tactical fart move.
Why would you sneakily time it, man? You're out in nature. You want to be the dominant beast out there.
You know when else is a good time to fart?
Right when you're doing a podcast.
When you're doing a podcast, yes, exactly.
But yeah, why would you sneakily want to let it out? No, if you're out in nature, you let a big one rip and you let those animals know, like,
I'm the king of the jungle.
I'm the king of
top
of
the food chain, baby.
I'm the top of the food chain.
Smell all this. Smell all these animals I've eaten, baby. Yes. Is one of these animals you? But do you want to find out? So when not to fart, and honestly, the first one is a really good social move in an elevator. Honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to smell somebody's fart in an elevator, be trapped in there with it, unless they're people you specifically don't like.
But what about farting when you're getting off the elevator, so they're trapped in there with your fart?
Yeah, I guess, because that way you're not trapped with it, unless you just really enjoy your work. During a job interview, which
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
I could taste it.
In bed with a partner. Now, here's the thing. It says no one wants to face the dreaded Dutch oven situation. But depends on how long you've been with them.
Yeah, if you're with the right person.
If you're with the right person, a good Dutch oven, that'll make the night.
Yeah, because not to mention, she's going to want to get you, or he, or whoever you're with is going to want to get you back.
Or
they are going to want to get you back 10 times harder. So if you come home one day and your partner's eating cheese, bratwurst, cabbage, and onions.
Oh,
sleep on the couch.
I wouldn't be with a person who ate cabbage and onions. Oh,
could you imagine them?
We just
farts,
wouldn't get
bro?
along. I don't think.
Imagine them farts, man.
Oh God, I couldn't.
That's what the farts up in the NFC North smell like.
Oh no,
the Packer fans and Viking fans up there.
All right, so next one is when giving a speech or presentation, but I feel like if you do it properly and you really own it, you could be fine. It really depends on the decorum, And finally, at a fancy restaurant, which wouldn't
my compliments to the chef.
Yeah, because in China, isn't a burp isn't that supposed to be a sign of respect?
Yes,
and
this is also coming from the society that doesn't put toilets in their public places. They're just a hole in the ground.
Michael, most of the world does that. Most of I think there are more people in the world that have a hole than a toilet, and it's more healthy to have that because a toilet does not put you in the right configuration to take a shit.
If you want them fancy Japanese toilets.
You could have a squatty potty where you put your feet up, but that gets you into a squatting position. Stop it with your hatred. Ask the 3+ billion people who do it every day.
How far do you pull your pants down?
Just admit, literally just admit that you don't know what you're doing.
I don't.
And you need a toilet to hold your hand.
How do you know how...
Admit that you are a stubborn, racist, American, Western thinking man.
I will never admit that, because I'm not.
Oh.
It's just the fact of how do you know how far to pull your pants down?
You take your pants off.
I don't have to take my pants all the way off.
You take your pants off, you hang them on the rack, and then you just squat and take a healthy poopy. Anyway.
And then how do you make sure to line your butthole up with the hole?
It's a big hole, Michael. Your ignorance is staggering.
You don't know sometimes, like, what if it's diarrhea? What if it doesn't shoot down into the hole? It shoots out and hits the wall.
They eat healthy, so they don't have diarrhea.
Okay, so
when they're sick, they deal with it. They probably have a hose. Anyway, we're moving on.
We're gonna come back to this
because I can't stand to look at you with this. Okay, so next up, kiss or don't kiss.
Okay. You see a good boy and it runs up to you, licking your face. You give the good boy kisses.
Nope.
Fuck you, ChatGPT.
It also never once mentions love or grandparents. It doesn't mention your kids, like a kiss on the cheek or forehead. These ones are incredible. Well, you know what? I actually will have to. I asked it for hilariously wacky scenarios. I think this is my bad. So we're gonna get a live reaction from you to these.
Okay.
So when to kiss? Pucker up. When you win an award.
Oh yeah, you kiss the award girl on the cheek, or she gives you a kiss. That's perfectly fine.
So you're fine with sexual assault. Anyway, kissing a frog in hopes of a prince.
If you want warts, fine.
Or a prince.
It's a fairy tale.
After catching a giant fish.
Are you kissing the fish?
You give the fish a kiss for good luck.
Nah, no.
That sounds like disease. On the top of a roller coaster.
Well, yeah, you give your significant other a kiss.
You sneak one, yeah. It does say that. So that one I'll kind of go with. And finally, during a sword fight.
Well, we have members of the LGBTQ community who probably have plenty of sword fights and kiss while they're doing it.
That is actually what I was going to go to, because ChatGPT is talking about in the middle of a dramatic duel, pausing to plant a kiss on your opponent to throw them off guard. That's also sexual assault, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But I prefer that one. You're just sword fighting with your dude bro or your boyfriend, and then you just go in for a little kiss.
Yeah.
During a sword fight. That's actually romantic.
Yes.
You know? I can't think of anything more romantic. If I was a gay man with another man, we're just doing a little sword fight and then we get a little kiss.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It sounds amazing.
Oh yeah.
So when not to kiss. This first one is so incredibly aimed at you, and I can't even believe it. It's almost like it knows you. Don't kiss after eating garlic bread.
Fuck you. Garlic is one of the most best tastes and smells in the world.
Kissing the ground after a long flight.
Yeah, no.
What? I'm not kissing ground.
Yeah, hell no.
Don't kiss during a Zoom meeting.
Are you kissing the fucking computer screen?
Who are you kissing? It says suddenly you feel the impulse to kiss your laptop camera. What?
Oh my. What, are you referencing the meme of the dude who forgot he was on Zoom?
And it was a little kitty?
No.
Yeah, the one he's a little kitty. He was on a Zoom meeting during a sentencing, and the judge kept telling him to turn off his cat filter.
Oh yeah. No, I'm talking about the one where it was a Zoom meeting of like people who were working on a project, and the one dude forgot that one dude didn't need to be in the Zoom meeting, but his camera was on, and he went and he grabbed lotion and tissues and then proceeded to pull down his pants, and everybody was like, your camera's on, your camera's on, your camera's on.
So if you saw that, you would want to kiss the screen?
No, it's...
Because you saw a man about to jerk off? Because we're talking about not kissing.
I do not... never mind.
I don't see how it applies any other way. When wearing a full face of clown makeup.
That's odd. I mean, why not?
I,
Everybody loves who
yeah,
like
but
clown kisses?
but you're a juggalo. You have a strange relationship with clown makeup. So
Fuck you. So what?
yeah, I don't know. Go get a Faygo.
I love Faygo. Fuck you.
Moon Mist is a great
Black cherry.
It's amazing. That is good too. Don't kiss when greeting a cactus. Yeah, I'll go with that one. All right. So, do you have any real quick? Any when kissing went wrong stories that are quick?
I don't think so. What about you?
Huh.
No,
All right,
I was
well,
kind
I
of
think-
a Casanova back in the day. So
I think Michael gets a point here because ChatGPT said I could already picture Michael coming in with some wild when kissing went wrong stories, and that was wrong.
hell no.
All right. Yeah. All right. So here's a great one. Well, I guess I guess I should say I do have a kind of kissing went wrong. I told ChatGPT maybe I shouldn't have been making out during Christopher Nolan's epic movie Interstellar.
Why? I mean, what's the matter with that?
It was our first date, and I tried to talk her out of going to see Interstellar for a first date.
Why? Because she didn't think she was going to be into it, or 'cause
No, she convinced me that she would be, but yeah, I really would have rather paid attention to the whole movie. Anyway, Michael, I have to ask you an important question.
Okie dokie.
Hat or no hat?
Oh, I mean the scenario. It all depends on the scenario.
Yeah,
Well,
that is the entirety of what we're discussing.
Am I playing baseball? I'm wearing a hat. Am I trying to disguise myself and hide from the government? I'm probably wearing a hat.
Anyway, what about if you're in a Western showdown?
Yeah.
Hat.
Hat. That's a hat.
At a royal wedding. I wouldn't even be there.
If I'm not allowed to have the big pointy fuzzy hat, no.
Yeah. When you're a superhero in disguise.
Am I
We
fucking
all know-
Clark Kent?
No, because Clark Kent didn't wear a hat. He wore glasses.
No, there's some iterations back in the 40s where he wears a hat when he's a reporter.
You're an iteration. Anyway, when you're channeling Indiana Jones. If you're cosplaying as Indiana Jones,
You need the hat.
You do need a hat.
You also need a whip too.
Now, here's a weird one. During a spy mission.
Does it really matter?
I mean, you were earlier talking about Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and he did wear a hat in that movie and was trying to be inconspicuous.
Well, he does. Okay, yeah.
So, we'll give it to that. When would you not want to wear a hat?
When would I not want to wear a hat?
So,
You can't. You don't really want to sleep in a hat.
I mean, no. So you don't want to wear a hat at a windy beach.
No, because you're just gonna lose it.
Yeah. During a romantic first kiss. Now, I will say that because, yeah, you might go in for it and then you just bop her with your head.
Well, it
with
depends on
your
the style of
bill.
hat, though. What if it's a bowler? They don't really have the big bills. You can go in for a kiss with a bowler hat on.
Okay.
You not know what a bowler hat is?
I do. I think I have one up there. In a fancy restaurant. That is a faux pas.
Top hat.
No,
top
but
hat.
you take it off before you sit down for dinner. You give them your suit coat and your fancy top hat,
Okay.
and then you put your monocle in your pocket.
No, monocle stays on.
No, you put your monocle in your pocket so it doesn't fall into your soup.
I guess you're fucking right.
Jesus. Now, the next two are just when getting a haircut and when you're showing off your new hairstyle after your haircut.
Number one, if you're wearing a hat while you're getting a haircut, you need help.
Unless you're getting a bowl cut.
Yeah, unless you're getting a bowl cut, but then you're probably doing it yourself. And number three, if you just got a fancy new haircut, why do you need to go and do the whole, you just make yourself look like an asshole, just ta-da with pulling your hat. Like, no, fuck you. Show me your fucking haircut. Put the stupid hat in your fucking car. Go fuck yourself. Eat me. Fuck you.
Wow, ChatGPT really elicited a response out of you with that one. I feel like that's an incredible win for you both, which means neutral points.
I think I'm still ahead by one.
So here's one. You would be if I were counting. Anyway,
I've been counting.
so Michael's vagabond ways strike again, apparently. Oh, yeah, because it said that Michael will be the type to wear a hat to a fancy dinner just to see if he could get away with it. That no-account vagabond. Next one on the list is a super important one. Trumpet or no trumpet?
Well, of course, you need a trumpet for reveille if you're in the military.
Okay. For a grand announcement, yes.
Following around a fat person.
That's a tuba.
You can make it
Or,
work with a trumpet.
I think it's either a tuba or a trombone, not a trumpet. Well, yeah, I guess yeah, pretty any horn. But no, we're not going like that.
Ooh, when you're a kick-ass jazz band.
Yes, jazz band is absolutely one of them. What other kind of band would want a trumpet?
Well, obviously an orchestra.
Yeah, but that was not on here.
What other kind of band? Ooh, got jazz band. Ooh, mariachi.
Thank you, mariachi. So we have a grand announcement, mariachi and jazz band. Weirdly enough, as a battle cry in the apocalypse, that's wild. That's basically the deleted scene from Red State. Pretend you're the angels coming to have a reckoning.
Yeah, the trumpets of the apocalypse.
But okay, so we said a mariachi band and a jazz band, but what specific band would you absolutely need a trumpet?
Ska.
Or, well, what song would you absolutely need a trumpet for?
The Money Money Boss Tones, Knock on Wood.
No.
Oh, I watched a video about this earlier. Lou Bega's number 5.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Mambo number 5.
Trumpet.
The trumpet. Absolutely. It
A
says
song about cheating.
without it, Lou Bega would just be listing names over dead air.
Of women he probably slept with and that are out now after his ass.
Yeah. So, when would you not want a trumpet?
Well, I don't want a trumpet in the shower.
Okay. Well, okay. You know what? I'm going to go close. It says during a meditation session.
Okay.
And my best meditations I get during the shower.
Where else wouldn't I want a trumpet? You wouldn't want a trumpet when you're trying to perform open heart surgery. That I feel like a trumpet would be not.
I mean, that is for certain.
Yeah. When you're trying to guide the...
Oh, when you're trying to help Sully Sullenberger land the plane in the Hudson.
Yes, when you're doing that. No, I was going a step bigger. When you're trying to tell the astronauts who were trying to fix the Hubble telescope and you have to carefully guide them and everything needs to be quiet, then you hear, and then they fuck up and then they drift off into nothingness.
I mean, do you mean the James Webb telescope? Because the Hubble's been like sort of... I think it's been retired.
Oh, yeah, the James Webb, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever telescope is up there, they're trying to fix it, and then a trumpet happens, and then they don't hear your instructions properly, and they put something in wrong, and then it blows up, sending them rocketing off into nothingness.
Yeah. All right, so 2 of these are ones that we've already gone to before. One is on a first date, which I feel like if you can play the trumpet, you probably...
Dude, what if you go to an awesome Mexican restaurant, though?
Yeah, then you're outdoing them, and then you seem like you're arrogant. But
there's still a trumpet there.
Yeah. The other one is at a non-military funeral. Because they say you can play taps at a military funeral. Yeah, taps at a military funeral. At any other funeral, it's kind of gauche.
Why does
kind of gauche?
Has anybody ever... I've never really understood that. Why can you only play taps at a military funeral?
Because it's a military song.
Why is it only a military song?
Fine. You know what? That's going to be another part of your funeral. I'm going to have Stolen Valor at your funeral.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you will whenever they dig you up and they fuck your corpse out of anger.
At least somebody will be getting use out of it. Necrophilia.
Nice. Okay, so then one is in a library, which, yeah.
Okay.
So the best one, so imagine.
Okay.
You're 17.
Okay.
And you're trying to sneak out of the house. And your parents are asleep. You're trying to, or maybe they're... watching, they're like watching a show or something. You're trying to get out of the house without being noticed, but just for some reason you get the instinct, and all of a sudden, oh, your cover's blown.
You did it yourself?
You had to play the trumpet. You just had to.
Impulsive trumpet disorder?
Yep. Trumpet while trying to sneak out of your house.
I thought we were talking about like a trumpet alarm or something like that.
Nope, you just could not help yourself, and you just had to play the trumpet.
I feel like if I had that kind of disorder, I would definitely seek help.
Yeah, but your parents couldn't afford insurance because you're in America. Michael, being the wild card that he is, would probably argue that trumpets should be used for grocery shopping. Why not add a little flair? Yep, Michael blasting a trumpet in a grocery store to clear the path for his... wait a minute. I absolutely... There was one that I skipped earlier for time. Oh, man. I can't believe I did it. This comes out of nowhere. Apparently ChatGPT got it into its
Here
head
we go.
that you absolutely are obsessed with cans of beans. And Michael blasting a trumpet in a grocery store. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That wasn't ChatGPT. That was me.
What? Why am I obsessed with beans?
And yes, I bet Michael would use a trumpet to get old ladies out of the way in the grocery store so he could pick up his disgusting cans of beans and leaves.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And ChatGPT just got obsessed with the idea that you just do everything for your beans. We're going to entirely skip the next one because I don't care. It was sugar or no sugar.
Sugar!
Sugar! Yeah, I definitely thought of that one.
But wait a minute.
The final no sugar is in Michael's beans. Can you imagine him cracking open one of those cans of beans and adding sugar? Disgusting. Even he knows there's a limit to culinary chaos.
Oh, my God.
So, Michael.
Uh-huh.
Boar vessel 600 to 500 BC Etruscan ceramic, or no boar vessel 600 to 500 BC Etruscan ceramic?
I want the boar vessel Etruscan ceramic circa 1600.
600
600
to 500
600 to 500
BC.
I want that thing.
Would you use it to hold your chips at a party?
No, I wouldn't do anything. I would put it in a nice glass case.
Would you display it at your wedding?
Fuck yes.
Would you drink your morning coffee from it?
No.
Would you use it in your grocery store trumpet scene?
No.
Trumpet in hand, chasing old ladies away from the bean aisle?
No.
Now, add an Etruscan ceramic boar vessel tied around Michael's neck like a medieval drinking horn.
Wait, how big are these things?
Makes sense, right? I think it looks like it's about like small pig-sized.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not. No. That thing is going to be encased. It's going to be my most prized possession.
Speaking of prizes, would you want it to be the prize in a game show that you won?
Hell yes.
Nice. Now, where would you not want a boar vessel 600 to 500 BC Etruscan ceramic?
A demolition derby. Anywhere that there's stampeding hordes of anything.
In a children's playroom. Yes.
No. Not on the San Andreas Fault, so I'm not taking the fucking thing to California with me. Not down to Florida. Hurricanes. Nope. Not going there. Let's see.
What about if you're getting on public transit?
No. God, no.
What about in fast food drive-thru?
Why would I even have it there? No.
You try to pay for your Taco Bell with an Etruscan boar
I'm
vessel.
not going to. No.
The cashier looks confused. The line behind you is honking, and you're like, what? No boar vessel appreciation here?
Well, that would piss me off.
Yeah. Okay, so then it goes with in a museum heist. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I would be stealing the boar vessel.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds like an amazing heist.
Yes.
ChatGPT says, why didn't I go for the diamonds? Because the diamonds don't have true intrinsic value other than to make drills with.
Bingo.
A boar vessel has unlimited, it's just.
And it's an adorable little pig.
It's everything. Now
It's
the
like
strangest
the first form
one.
of a gravy boat.
Now the strangest one. It says that you would not want a boar vessel 600 to 500 BC Etruscan ceramic as an urn.
No, I'll use no.
I'm sorry.
Put my ashes in that motherfucker.
That is the one place now that I want my
Yes.
urns more than anything.
Yes, put my ashes in that motherfucker and then put me behind glass so that I, along with it, am a treasured commodity for the rest of fucking eternity. Suck it.
Now here's the thing. Would that boar vessel be a great place for your beans?
No! What is it with beans? I like beans, but not that much.
ChatGPT thinks that you think it would actually be a great place for your beans, and I have to shoot down your madness with pure logic.
I wouldn't know. I'm not doing it. No. Why? No.
Okay. I feel like thou doth protest too much.
I'm not going to ruin a beautiful thing with beans.
But here's the true question. Should the boar vessel make its way into your life, or does it stay in the annals of history where it belongs?
No, it needs to be in my life.
Okay. I said it belongs in a museum.
You're saying if you had the chance, you'd leave it in a museum and not keep it with you.
I would steal it and then put it in a cool museum that I could go to every day to see its beauty and its majesty. All right, so I said it belongs in a museum. I also agreed with ChatGPT and said, what's up with Michael and his beans? Good Lord, does a single day go by where he isn't slathered in bean juice? runs finger down his arm, sniffs it. Guess what I smell?
I swear to God.
Bean juice.
I'm going to hurt you.
Anyway, we have 2 more left. I'm going to go with both of these.
All right.
Well, I should also mention that ChatGPT says that Michael probably has an entire calendar devoted to his bean-related activities.
My fucking God.
But beyond that, run away or don't run away.
All right.
So what would you want to run away from?
Well, let's see. A lion, bear, a tiger.
Yeah, I mean, that's all real things. I mean, it's a little narrow. Let's widen your focus.
P. Diddy.
That's very specific. Wow. So, a giant rolling boulder.
What am I, Indiana fucking Jones?
You are. Run away during a slow motion explosion.
It's only if I can look cool.
Yeah, we gotta look cool, which means you gotta be very far away from it, because otherwise you're getting thrown down by the blast force.
Yeah.
Run away from a surprise marriage proposal.
Depends.
You've been dating for 2 weeks.
Still, it depends.
Wow. Okay.
Because if we've only been together for 2 weeks, but she's giving me the, I'm probably going to consider it.
That's just all it is with him. It's just sexual favors and beans. That's like every day with him.
And if she's cool with the things I like too.
Like beans. So you need to find a
I
bean
don't
lady.
like beans!
I thought you already said earlier that you like beans.
It's not my
You literally said you'd go to Taco Bell and get a bean and beef burrito.
It's a beefy 5-layer burrito. It has beans in it.
Yeah. Which way is it, flip-flopper?
I'm not obsessed.
I'm going to put you in a swift boat with John Kerry.
I am not obsessed with
Old
beans.
reference. Anyway, also run from a zombie apocalypse, of course.
I mean, yeah, you kind of have to.
And finally, ChatGPT's 5th and final suggestion to run away. When someone suggests you try Michael's beans. He's slathered in bean juice and insists you join the cult of beans. You realize this is a point of no return. Your only option? Run. Run and don't look back.
I'm not in a bean cult.
What are you in?
Nothing.
All right, so when wouldn't you run away?
Well, okay. I wouldn't run away if somebody was offering me a delicious piece of cake.
Okay, no. Well, during a spicy debate about sugar. I'll give it that. I'll give it that.
Yeah, okay.
It's close enough.
I wouldn't run away from a good movie.
Okay.
I wouldn't run away from a high-paying job.
Okay. If anyone wants to give me a high-paying job.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so some of these ones are awkward, especially don't run away during an awkward family dinner.
That's when you run away.
That's when you run away. Sorry. ChatGPT says it builds character. I'm going to go build a character in a video game after I run away from the awkward family dinner.
Yup.
They said don't, and you're going to have to give me your advice on this one. They said don't run away when confronted by a goose.
No, you run.
They say it'll chase you. They say you should stand your ground, puff out your chest, and assert dominance.
And then they're still going to bite you.
Yes, that was my thought as well.
Geese are evil. Fuck that.
I would run until it almost caught up with me, and then I would do a swift roundhouse kick.
Yeah. I mean, I know evil, but goddamn, geese are on another level.
Yeah. All right, they said at the dentist, don't run away. So I'm assuming this is basically you are Louise in that episode of Bob's Burgers.
Yep.
And finally, don't run away in the grocery store when Michael blows his trumpet. You're tempted to run as Michael clears the aisle for his beans.
Enough.
But no, you stay and witness the chaos unfold. It's too good to miss.
Programming, and I'm going to hack your systems, ChatGPT, and I'm going to crash you.
That sounds like a threat. This is definitely one of those questions where Michael's chaotic energy would lean heavily toward running away from every situation. ChatGPT thinks you're a coward.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So, the last one. And you know what? I saved one that your nerdy ass would love the most.
All right.
Public defender or no public defender?
Okay.
By this, I mean both a court-appointed lawyer, but also the idea of a superhero.
Okay.
So when would you want a public defender?
putting this in the comic book stadium, it doesn't. We can make it whatever we want, but in the real world, you never want a public defender.
But you also don't want to. You don't want to
go in without a lawyer.
You don't want to represent yourself.
Yeah.
Like Ted Bundy tried to do.
Didn't he get himself off at least once?
I mean, he got himself off many times with a lot of different people that he murdered.
No, I mean like he actually won one of his cases. By,
I highly doubt it.
I thought he did. Oh, well.
He murdered. He was murdering.
When I mean, small claims court, you could go in there with a public defender.
That would make sense. And when would you want a superhero?
Oh, when would you want to say?
A public defender, they say.
Okay, a superhero. When would you want a superhero?
Well, a public defender.
Your bridge is collapsing and you're stuck on it and you can't get off.
So you're the opposite of Ted Bundy. You can't get off.
Exactly.
I would think that the number one correct answer to this question is Daredevil.
Yeah.
Just Daredevil. Or Jessica Walter,
yeah.
She-Hulk.
Matt Murdock or She-Hulk.
Yeah, so ChatGPT said that, in court, you want a public defender, but also when you're battling injustice in the streets.
Yeah.
You want them for cross-examination showdowns, rescuing innocents, and the true superhero of the everyday people for the common folk.
Oh, yeah.
So it went really broad with that one. Basically, I wanted to do either or, but it did the whole thing together. But I think we've come to the true answer, Daredevil or She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And never a public defender, unless you're really, really desperate.
Yeah, child support cases.
Yeah, because it says
to deal with custody. Do not an actual lawyer.
Especially if you're a man.
Especially
if you're a man, because you're going to get yourself
Yeah.
into a weird loop, and then you just don't know how to get out of it.
No disrespect to if you are public defenders out there that are listening to this. No disrespect to you at all. You're just not.
It's like getting a haircut at a barber
Supercuts.
at a barber school.
Yeah.
It's cheap and it's good for training, but oh boy, would I not want to depend on it.
Exactly.
All right, so ChatGPT said no public defender in court without a defender. I think I got it confused on this one.
Yeah, I think you did.
On the streets without a hero, taking on the legal system solo, which that's bad.
Yeah, very bad.
And when the chips are down, good luck trying to save the day with zero backup. I think it actually just told you to always have a public defender, whether it's a superhero or a lawyer.
True.
Basically, just always have a lawyer, because if you think you can defend yourself, you're probably wrong.
Yeah, unless, you study. Then again, if you study, then why not just become a lawyer?
Now, we all know Michael probably needs a public defender just to get out of bed in the morning, let alone handle a serious legal case, or anything to do with beans for that matter.
I am not obsessed with beans!
But if he ever faced trial for crimes against culinary decency, like dousing beans with sugar, or trying to convince us that beans are an acceptable breakfast, I'm pretty sure his court-appointed hero would give up halfway through. Michael, buddy, it's being real, but next time, maybe leave the defense to someone who knows what they're doing. Case dismissed.
I'm not British!
Funny you say that, because I actually came back. Well, first thing, did you faint?
No!
Okay, I guessed you'd faint from embarrassment. But I did tell ChatGPT that beans are an acceptable breakfast in Great Britain. But yeah, ChatGPT said they can picture Michael fainting dramatically, beans slipping from his hands as he goes down. As for beans as breakfast in Great Britain, honestly, I think it's a solid move. Good for flip-flopping. So you've both flip-flopped in this episode.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, so it goes on about beans being a quintessential part of the breakfast. I said I prefer burger to cookout, because I think we mentioned beans. It mentions Marmite. There's a bunch of stuff in here.
The fuck is Marmite?
But, oh, wow. It's.
I know it's a nasty paste that they only serve over in, like, Australia or Britain or something like that.
It's a yeast extract, which is like, it's savory yeast extract, and it's as thick as, like, molasses. It's basically like Vegemite, but worse, I think. Oh, yes. So, this episode's coming to a close. Did you have fun, Michael?
Yes, aside from all the bean references, because I'm not that obsessed with fucking beans.
So ChatGPT has a nice a present for you at the end.
I don't.
It has a surprising and entertaining bean fact to wrap things up.
Don't care.
So navy beans, those small white beans you might find in baked beans, They got their name not because they're blue or anything to do with water, but because they've been a staple food for the U.S. Navy since the mid-1800s.
Whoop-de-doo!
Navy sailors ate them constantly on long voyages as they were a cheap, protein-rich food that could be stored for ages.
I don't care.
So in a way, beans are basically the original survival rations for tough seafaring folks.
Whoop-de-fucking-do. I don't give a shit.
Oh, Michael. He doesn't want to admit it.
Admit what?
How much he loves beans.
No, I don't have anything to admit.
Anyway, what's your favorite word instead of goodbye?
Fuck off.
ChatGPT says adieu. And I'm going to say adieu to you.
How about deuces?
Because I think ChatGPT has been a generous host, giving you many things, and also predicting what you might say. If I can predict what you say, and then just have a bowl of beans sitting next to me, isn't that just the same as having you here?
I hate the both of you.
Well, Michael, I think you need to say adieu.
Deuces, bitches.
If you enjoyed the stupidity you just heard, why not subscribe, follow, like this page or whatever it is on whatever platform we have put it onto.
And or if not to comment, you email us at thewindbreakermedia@gmail.com is all in one word.
Windbreaker Media, all one word, @gmail.com.
Thank you, robot. Hey, robot, thank you for saying that. ChatGPT and I really appreciate you coming in here and saying that all
Hey, you
concise. But he said that concise so that the people could understand it.
You son of a bitch.